In a world where hopium and common sense collide, starring the CryptoKeeper and BlockchainCrusader. Welcome to Debate Crypto. Question everything, trust nothing. It's your boys, CryptoKeeper and Crypto Blood up in the house. What's up, Blood?
What's going on, bro?
I'm excited you are here. Miguelito está comiendo con su papá. Miguel is out to eat. It is his dad's birthday, so let's wish.
I didn't know you
Miguel's
were fluent in Spanish in Espanol.
Yeah. My Spanish is pretty good. I had a couple guys, little known fact. I won't dive too far into it, but I had a couple guys that lived with me for about a year. I was up to absolutely no good. And part of that being up to no good was I needed to learn how to speak Spanish to continue to be up to no good with it.
Okay.
We'll leave it at that. We will leave it at that.
Man, I'm gonna go ahead and lick a shot for that one.
So we will definitely have a talk about that some other time. I think you probably already know what time it is. But Crypto fam, you know what time it is. It is Magic Money Monday. We are in the house gonna chop up some we're gonna talk a little bit about XRP, Cardano, Portugal, Bitcoin mining. We got all sorts of good stuff going on tonight. And then, as always, DCA fam, jump in the house. You see the background we got going on. Guys, I'm telling you, there is a lot happening. You need to be prepared, even if it's something simple. Go into the store, adding some extra rice, adding some extra beans, bullets, beans, bourbon. Do your thing. I'm telling you.
We talked about that earlier on my stream.
Did you?
I brought up your NFT. I name drop. I throw you guys in the mix every once in a while, man. I really like what you guys are doing. It's different. It's more impactful. It's useful, right? It's not just using the NFT, but it's got some utility, some serious utility and educational value there.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. Shout out to Loudmouth in the chat. What up, Loudmouth? Yeah, when we started it, that was kind of the whole idea behind it, was like, let's actually bring some real deal value where it's not just a piece of art, something that people can hold on to. I will tell you, though, it's such a niche group of people let me take that back. I was surprised at the number of people that were already following us that were like, hell yeah, I'm in on that, right? I think we need to do a better job being, critical of ourselves. We need to do a better job of trying to push forward some more of the learning aspects of the prepper community. That's something that we're working on really hard in the Discord right now. And just as a reminder, everybody, listen, sweep that floor. We're trying to win this competition. If your faction is not winning, hey, you've got an opportunity. Tweets, right? The number one thing that you can do is actually, Blood, I'll tell you, we're doing like a small presentation. So if you're in the medics, you're going to do a small presentation on the medicinal side or the, you could do literally anything you want to do. It could be medicinal. It could be, bandaging wounds, whatever the case may be in that field. And then you can't vote for your own faction. And that's going to be basically the biggest points getter. Second is going to be tweets. We're trying to get people to make and create their own, tweets to engage off of our page. And then third is basically sweeping the floor with our mask to kind of keep things, rocking and rolling there. So the education is there. Right. We needed to, we really wanted to put that at the forefront. So it's literally far and away. It's 1,000 points for the best presentation, 500 points for the most engaged Twitter. And then it's 25 points for each NFT swept up off the floor. So kind of trying to make that happen. Let's take a look at the markets. That's why you guys are here, not just to hear me jibber jab all night, as I just accidentally closed out the tab that I needed. And then, Blood is going to show us a little love on the chart. So let's see what's going on here. Let me update this. We have got CoinMarketCap saying we're at 927.38 billion with a B dollars. That's down 1.54%. If you are not getting your TA love on a daily basis from Frankie Candles over on BitBoy Crypto's show over on his channel, make sure to check him out 5:45 after around the blockchain to about 7:30. Then you can come over here and get the rest. Bitcoin at 19,163. Definitely didn't hold 20. Hoping it'll hold 19. I guess we'll see. ETH not holding 13 either. So I think as we scroll down, the only thing, and actually, is anything up right now? Nothing in the top 10 is up. XRP has been making some wild swings. It's down about 6.5% on the day, but up almost 8% on the weekly. And we're going to talk about that in a little bit. Blood, talk to me about what the markets are looking like. I know Bloodlytics has been doing well, but talk to me what you're seeing in the markets right now.
Yeah, if you can pull my screen up, you'll see that I have this long-term channel that I mean we just been in and out of, in and out of. But as of recently, what was a little concerning to me was the fact that we broke this pennant. It's on the 1 hour, but we did break it, and we tried to come back up, and we rejected that bottom side of the channel. So we're heading lower again. There are just too many macro headwinds, in my opinion, that the risk, and I said this on my stream earlier today, the risk to reward, there's more risk in going long, in my opinion, than just either sitting on the side in cash or going short if you're a more sophisticated trader or investor. So I think we're heading lower, in my opinion. I would say everything's odds, right? Nothing's 100%. So if I had to place odds on it, I'd say we're about, in my opinion, 85% going to the lower points in the market.
Okay.
So
tell me why you said if you're a more sophisticated trader, maybe you'd be shorting. Because
shorting is dangerous. Shorting is a very dangerous action or type of behavior, because a stock can only go to zero, or a cryptocurrency can only go to zero. So there's a limited or finite gain. Right. Whatever it may be a lot, but it's still finite.
Right.
A stock or crypto can go up to infinity.
Yeah.
So inherently, shorting is a very risky thing to do.
Never thought of it like that.
Yeah. But it's necessary. Shorting is very good in the markets because it adds liquidity. So it's great to have shorting. Yeah, it's great to have shorting available, because it does add more liquidity, which equals better price discovery for any market.
Yeah, and anytime somebody can bet, if you will. A lot of people don't like hearing that term when we're talking about trading, but anytime somebody can bet against something, they're going to do it. And so shorting was inevitable from the beginning. It had to be, because if somebody can say it's going to go up, somebody can say that it's going to go down. But I had never thought of it from that term. You know what? I think that I have made more money in the little bit of trading that I do. I think I've made more money shorting than I have going long, and only because I was not trading very much during the height of a couple bull runs. I just wasn't really trading very much. So I think that I could have possibly seen it the other way around. Unfortunately, I've seen the markets, kind of tank enough, and that's when I've been in on some trades that have
Bloodalytics, we get in early on every short. Whatever dump we see in the market, we're going to be in at least 30 minutes prior to that dump. On the 1 hour candle. So,
and where can they find Bloodalytics?
Bloodalytics.com, baby.
Bloodalytics.com. You can see it to the right as you face the screen of Blood right now. So check that out. Sean, shout out. Thanks for the super chat. Says two of the best in the space. Keeper in blood in honor of crypto. Blood. Let's smash those like booties.
That's right.
Let's smash them. Let's smash them. Crypto fam, let's dive into it tonight. Let's get in where you fit in. Let's start off with some Bitcoin mining. I know you talked about this a little bit earlier today, Blood. I'd be interested to hear your take on this. For those of you who don't know, Blood's been in the Bitcoin game for a long time. So he has some experience with, a lot of experience with Bitcoin in general. I think you've seen
March of 2013 to be exact.
Ooh, my gosh. Every time I hear you say that, I'm like, ooh, I wish I was in then. I wish I was in then. But hey, here we are. Let's talk about what's going on with mining. So Bitcoin mining difficulty jumps 14%, heading all-time high. Monday's difficulty hike is the single largest since May, when it rose by 22%. So it's now harder than ever to mine Bitcoin. Bitcoin miners have been dealt another blow as the network's difficulty rose 14% to a new all-time high of 35.6 trillion on Monday. Bitcoin mining difficulty is an expression of how many hashes or guesses a miner needs to produce the cryptographic string that earns it the right to add the next block of transactions to the chain. So listen, I wonder, this is what I hear when I read just an article like this. I wonder, now I know that there's math behind this, but I also wonder, is this part of the greater movement in Bitcoin where it seems to be moving so much towards the big money? Because now, if we really look at it, right, my homie that introduced me to Bitcoin originally back in 2015, I didn't get in until 17, but when he introduced me to it, I mean, he had rigs lined up in his basement. I would
Yep.
guess that he probably had 15 grand. I mean, it wasn't like some wild amount of money wrapped up, and he was earning. I mean, actual like earning, right?
Yeah.
Now, what's up? Because you have to put a lot of capital on the front end to be able to make it make sense. I know the break-even point, I think right now is somewhere around 14 or 15K, I believe. But talk to me about that, Blood. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, honestly, bro, when I got into the game, it really wasn't beneficial to mine Bitcoin even back then. It was more enticing to mine Litecoin and the script
Why?
tokens. Your hash power to revenue ratio was way better.
Okay.
So if you go and buy, at that point I could mine with my GPU. So I was building crates. I don't know if they do them anymore, but I was literally taking crates, milk carton crates, and putting a motherboard at the bottom. And that I had already been into like computers and stuff. I was a PC technician prior to that for a little while, but I never built my own machine. So getting into crypto and mining like forced me to start building my own rigs. And so I used to have them lined up in the basement, bro, just mining, but I would get so much more output or money from mining the altcoins versus Bitcoin.
Yeah.
But to get to your question about like difficulty rates and stuff, it just shows you. I think I know where you were going with that. It's a sign that it's a sign of the bigger players and people with bigger capital, working capital, are going to be the main ones mining Bitcoin because they can sustain the losses. The high capital costs that you have to endure with mining nowadays. They have that runway. So, and it's been a lot of consolidation too. Bigger companies have been eating up smaller mining operations, and it's being, you're seeing this consolidation, and they don't have to worry about not making a lot of money right now. They're just accumulating those coins, and waiting for the next bull run to start selling those coins
because they can afford to, right? This is something that we've talked about a lot. The part of the reason that you'll hear people say the rich get richer is because they can afford to buy up when it truly is like their capital, right? They can continue to feel okay about spending when things are genuinely down. The average person, there's two problems. First thing is they're usually scared, right? Because the reality is it's intimidating to buy when everything in the world is going hectic, right? Because it feels like, oh my gosh. And I want to give a shout out to Crypto Weatherman. He genuinely had me laughing like hard the other day. I saw a TikTok of his, right? And he's talking about nuclear war, right? And he says something to the effect of, if there's a nuclear war, I mean, prices are going to be absolutely in the tank, and you've got to buy that up. Because if the war is so bad, you're gonna die anyway, and you didn't need the money.
Exactly.
But if it doesn't and it comes back, you are buying absolutely bottom of the barrel prices. Now, he was being sarcastic, he was being tongue in cheek about it, but at the same time, what he was saying was not off.
Well, that's what I was saying in my live stream earlier. Someone brought up the point about potential nuclear war in Ukraine, and I said, I mean, that's only one more reason why your risk to the upside is too much risk to think to, even if you inch out maybe 30% more you buy right now. Is it really worth 30% more and we have a nuclear war potentially on our hands? No, I don't think so. Sit on the sidelines. That's what I'm doing, actively trading, sitting on the sidelines in cash and waiting for that dip. Not saying that is going to be the thing I'm looking to get back in the markets. I hope we don't have a nuke.
I think everybody hopes that. God, we pray for that. I actually had let's take a brief pause to say hello to the one, the only. Little Addison wants to come in here and remind you to get your hardware wallet. You want to say hi to everybody? So say, get some Ethereum and get a hardware wallet. Wave at everybody. Say hi. No, you got some beads? Want to say hi to everybody? Say hi. No? Okay. I love you. We've got a ledger link down below, guys, if you're looking for a hardware wallet.
She looks like the E-Trade baby.
The E-Trade baby. I don't know that I've seen the E-Trade baby.
Come on, Keeper.
I mean, I probably have. I
know my chat room remembers the E-Trade babies from back in the day, early
E-Trade
what was
baby.
that?
I gotta take a look at that.
2010s.
Oh, I'm sure I've seen it. I'm positive I've seen it. But so getting back to well, hold on a second. Where was I? I got a little sidetracked there when she came in. The markets being absolutely just down and out because of what's happening.
Yeah.
There is a huge amount of opportunity, and I started to say, was you said sitting on the sideline and staying possibly in cash. And that's always been something that to me has been really smart, but I have been so anti, cash in terms of since I really got in crypto-centric mindset. But what I'm recognizing is that we got problems, right? And the reality is,
you want to accumulate more crypto?
Yeah, for sure.
That's the whole point.
And so,
but it's hard. It's hard though, bro, because this is another thing people rarely realize when they say, "Yeah, I got out at this price." Guess what? You have to be right twice. You have to be right when you get out, and you have to be right when you get in. You have to be right twice when you're doing this stuff. So it is not a game. You got to know what the hell you're doing.
It's part of the reason I've stayed in for so long.
And so many people do that. Right.
Yeah, right. It is the safer play. I actually, I was talking to a buddy of mine and I said, I'm trying to grow one of my businesses and my construction business specifically, and I'm having a hard time keeping people, but I'm paying more. I'm totally lenient with my guys, all of that just to say what I recognized was that I need to be able to invest some extra capital or have it sitting there, not pulling it from my own personal crypto stash, which ultimately is something that I have had to do, right? And I don't want to be pulling crypto right now when we're daggone close to what possibly is the bottom to support one of my other businesses. And so you said to be heavy in cash. I just opened up a line of credit, I haven't pulled anything from it, whatever, but opened up a line of credit for just what if, because the reality is these markets are shifting. The home markets are getting a little squirrely, right? Not
giving you financial advice, but lines of credits are great, and you always want to get a line of credit or some type of credit line or a loan when you don't need it. It's the best time to have a line of credit or a loan. It's when you don't need it. The second thing though is with a line of credit, because I'm a business owner, and in 08 I had this issue. Well, more so like 09, 10. Line of credits are great until they're called back. So a line of credit can be called back or reduced. So just keep that in mind. Like if we have a credit crunch.
I didn't even ask him that. I know that it's prime plus a quarter point, which I talked to some people and they're like, that's solid. But
it's good. But I'm just saying they can pull that line of credit back or
just at any point.
Yes.
Just because you don't even have to have any issues. They just
no, none at all. They monitor credit risk, LIBOR rates, and all that, whatever they do over there, and they'll reduce people's lines of credits overnight. If we have a credit crisis issue like we had in 08, they'll do that. With a loan, they can't.
They don't want to get
a loan is a loan. It's in your bank. You still whether you're locked in, whatever interest rate you got, boom, boom. But let's just keep that in mind. No, that's great.
No, that's that's dope. But ultimately, what I'm hoping I don't even ever need to touch it, but it's there. It makes me, feel a little bit like, hey, if I want to do make some moves in my other business, it still frees up the capital to be able to continue to buy into the crypto space without. That's what the point was, right? The point was I can continue to grow my business with capital other than my crypto capital, other than my investments capital. So I'm looking forward to hopefully again not having to mess with it, but it's there just in case.
Exactly.
All right, let's first of all, chat. Thank you guys for being here this evening. Make sure to follow Crypto Blood. Y'all know I've got his Twitter and his YouTube down below. We are all struggling in YouTube world. Okay, I don't care who you are. If you are a creator, we would be lying to you if we said any different. We need likes and we need subscribers because it has been very flat, right? I know,
especially with real content creators, people putting out real content. The algo doesn't like to push this type of stuff, ladies and gents. So you have to do it for us.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you. So yeah, so make sure that you guys smash the likes. Make sure you follow obviously Crypto Blood on both of his platforms that I've got down below the video as well. All right, let's talk about Portugal. So Portugal has been a safe haven. Many people know that Portugal has been a safe haven in the crypto space. Tax haven, I should say, is how I should say that. But let's talk about how long that may or may not be a thing. Portugal plans to impose 28% tax on crypto gains. Starting next year, Portugal may no longer be a tax haven for crypto investors. The Portuguese government has proposed a new crypto tax policy that would take effect as part of its 2023 national budget, according to a government-issued report published Monday. Within
I'm used to it, bro.
Hey, can you calm that kid down?
I've got a baby.
I'm trying to live stream.
I've got a baby wine upstairs myself, my friend.
Within the nearly 450-page macroeconomic strategy and fiscal policy report, a small section states that the Portuguese government will impose a 28% capital gains tax on cryptocurrency gains made within 1 year. However, gains realized after 1 year of holding the crypto asset will be exempt from such a tax. So what does that accomplish, Blood? So we're looking at 28% within a year. However, after a year of holding the assets, it will be exempt. Bro, I don't see.
Come on now.
I was about to say, I don't see a way that they continue to do that, right? They get people in, they draw people in, right? I don't care what government you are under, right? They're none of them are perfect. They draw you in, you start investing in their economy, right? They bring the Bitcoin money to town. Now all of a sudden it's like, hey, by the way, there's some tax opportunity here. We're going to pop a 28% tax on all these people we've brought in that are, think, you know what I mean? They're invested. They've got property. They're not going anywhere now. So we're going to hit them with a 28%, right? I do think that it says it's part of their budget, right? So if they're budgeting on people's tax gain, or I mean, people's crypto gains within a single year, they've got to be budgeting farther out than a year. You don't budget 1 year at a time. They look farther out than that. There's not a chance that I think that that'll hold up. I was thinking the same thing as you were.
Yeah, man, that's not a chance, man. That's the old banana in the tailpipe, right? That's what it is, bro. It's insane. And you know, I mean, just look at Puerto Rico. You know, Puerto Rico was same thing. You know, they had this big tax shelter for crypto, and slowly but surely they started, you know, grandfathering in the initial people that moved to the island to establish themselves. And then the people in the future, they don't get those same benefits. It's unsustainable. They can't continue to do that. And it's a greed factor. You know, to me, governments are the biggest mismanagers of money there is, because they're not earning it. When you don't earn money and it's given to you, you treat it differently. Right?
Wow. Listen to Blood dropping the alpha. This is what you're going to get over on Crypto Blood's channel. So y'all better be following him. Bro, I never thought of that. The banks are loaning out money that ultimately is not theirs, right? And they're earning interest on it. So it'd be like if every week, Blood, let's just say you get paid every week and you slide me some cash and I like you just slide it my way. What am I going to do differently? Well, of course I'm going to treat it differently because I take it for granted. It's like it's there. I didn't do anything for it. So maybe I'll do this with it, or maybe I'll do. Yeah,
you brought up a point I didn't think of. The banks. That is the bank's perspective. But what about the governments, the actual treasury departments of these?
Oh, where they're actually just flipping on the printer?
Yeah, but they're taxing you, right? They're taxing us, taking our money, right? Not earning it, taking it. And then, so you got two entities.
Oh, I misheard you. I thought you were talking about the banks. You're talking about the government. Oh, probably even worse.
In general, right? Even worse. So you got two. I mean, it's crazy, bro. No, so I don't think that they will not honor that. It's no way they can honor that.
Or they'll honor it for a year.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was going to say.
We honored it for the first year. And you're like, wait a minute. I thought after a year, listen, we honored it for that full year. We were good with it. Yeah, exactly. But I totally agree with you.
Did you see? Can I just say this? Because David Brumbelow said this. I don't know if you see his comment.
Themselves another PayPal exit.
Have you heard about PayPal situation?
No, I have not.
Oh, we should talk about that.
Yeah, let's talk about it. Go for it.
Let's talk. So I talked about it today. That's what I saw that. So PayPal essentially had in their user agreement
terms of service or whatever.
It wasn't a TOS. It was AUG. I forgot what it means, but AUG.
Okay.
That essentially they will fine their users $2,500 if they catch them with doing
misinformation.
Yes, are you kidding me, bro?
I forgot it was PayPal. For some reason, I was thinking it was Venmo. But yes, they pulled it back. They pulled this back.
They did
because they realized, like, wait a minute, like they're getting a lot of backlash. I saw a TikTok of a very liberal man going ham on this. He was so excited. You freaking right wing, I just can't wait till you start dishing out 25. I'm just going nuts on it. And
why the liberal person got to have a little tang in their voice? Why the liberals got to have a little tang in their voice?
That one did. Okay, let's just say that one did. That's just a fact, right? This is not. This is. Do I know
a tangy conservative?
Specific.
No, I don't.
This is that specific one right there. Yeah, and I think that I think that Sean said PayPal messed up. Yeah, for sure. For sure. How are you going to get behind some of these ideas that are
being draconian, bro? That's draconian.
That's authoritarian for sure.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Hey, and by the way, who are we who are we turning to figure out the misinformation? Because who's fact checking that?
That's the problem, bro. Because that fact check stuff is subjective. It's never objective. It's subjective every time.
It's garbage. And it's not opening up a textbook that has factual information and saying, did that
exactly.
Yep, no.
So we know who is normally fact checking, right? I'm not gonna say which side of the aisle, but
we definitely know who's fact checking.
So it's to their advantage.
Yeah, it's always that way. And my problem with all of it. So I don't know if you heard this. Actually, I haven't even told you this, but I'll tell you on the stream because we've talked about it on the stream just the other day. Miguel and I are looking to start our own platform. We are tired of getting warnings from. I don't know if you get warnings on stuff, but we get warnings. We get little warnings on different platforms. One of them being this one, and we're not having wild conversations. I'm not talking about white supremacy or any sort of wild craziness, right? We're literally just having real conversations.
Let me just say this. You're not by far, like, guys, this guy is like a real friend of mine. Offline, we talk all the time. People don't know this, but we talk pretty often. But even if you were a white supremacist, I want you to be online. I want you to talk and spill all the nonsense that you want to.
Yeah, I agree.
Why can't it be that?
I totally agree. They have decided, the government has decided, and they have so much political pressure from I haven't decided, are the huge companies putting pressure on the government, or is the government putting the huge pressure on these companies?
I think it's the government on the companies.
I think so too. But I think a lot of these companies too, they see where their bottom line can be, one way or the other, and they start to move towards, this is an agenda at hand. I can make money on this. Let's shut that down. Let's make sure to push this. And I think that the issue is, like, when we just want to have a conversation. Let's say it was about that very thing we were just talking about,
right?
And we just want to have an open conversation about it, what we think of it, what we've seen, what the past, present, and future looks like with that topic. We should be able to have the conversation.
Yes.
The scary thing to me is, and I said it earlier on a tweet today, is that when did it become the thing where if you don't agree with me, we just cancel you? If you don't go along with what the media is wanting to project and push out on people, well, we just shut you up and cancel you. I know for a fact that there are channels. I wouldn't be surprised if ours is one of them. Blood, I know you spit a lot of truth too. That are not getting views, not because the show isn't alpha. It's because they don't want you to be heard. I literally had a TikTok earlier today taken down for community guidelines. Let me tell you what it was.
Wow.
It was literally a gentleman explaining it, how CBDCs work and how the smart contracts could be utilized. Literally just sitting there explaining it. Nothing, no wild, like, crazy theories and ideas and this, that, and the other thing. It was just an explanation. And when I looked at it on its surface, I said, wait a minute. The reason that they're censoring this is because, and I think this, it is a Chinese app. Okay. They don't want their people to, they don't want you spent, they want the narrative to be pushed the way that, I don't even think they care so much that you know the information. I think they want to be able to push out the information in the manner that they want to push it out. They don't want you to have your voice to spin it, if that's what they think you're doing, in a way that they're not comfortable with. So what do? Shut down. But guess what? I opposed that one. I had it reviewed, and I fought the law, and I won.
Oh,
So
good.
I got that one back up. But I just,
That's
it's like,
good.
man, what flagged that video? That's just doing an explanation of what CBDCs are and can be, and that's what we're seeing. So what I was getting at was, we're going to start our own platform because we want to be able to have the conversation we want to have. And what we're going to do is we're going to put a small paywall there. Small. I'm talking $1 to $5 a month, right? The paywall is there on purpose, and it needs to be there. My understanding from my attorney and some other people is that the moment you put the paywall there, doesn't matter how small it is, doesn't matter how big it is, whatever the case may be, all of a sudden, people are actively engaging in and spending money to see and listen to what you have. Now you have a platform, especially if it's on your own on your own website, right, where you're able to say and do what you want to do. It's kind of like OnlyFans.
But the
right?
thing, the problem is, bro, that's fine and dandy for as long as
About
you
to tell me AWS is going to shut me down or something?
Yeah, exactly.
I
I
knew
mean,
that's
if
what
you
you're
get
gonna
big
say.
enough, what I'm
I
saying
know.
is,
Yeah.
if you're successful enough, they will take your website down. Look at what they did to what was
Andrew
the one
Tate?
that
Andrew Tate?
No,
He's a
but
great example too, though.
there he is, absolutely. But there was a website that a lot of the Trumpers were using a long time ago, and
Yeah, that
I
they went to when he
they went
somebody in
to
the
when he
chat,
got off Twitter.
tell us when
Yeah,
he got kicked off Twitter. What was that
yeah.
website called? Yeah,
So
somebody will hit
so they shut that site down, bro.
just
I
full
went over
out,
there and
flat out.
joined it. I went over there and joined it just to see what was going on. It was too much circle jerking. It was too much. Like, come
It was
on,
too
man.
far.
Like, it
Parlor.
was too
Parlor.
parlor. It was
Parlor.
too
That's what it was.
much. It
Shout
was
out
kind
Cena.
of crazy, but yeah, it was. They shut it down, bro. They shut it down. So even a
Yeah.
private site, man, this is how far we're coming. It's dangerous times, and I
And
don't
what do
know,
we
man.
do?
I'm not optimistic.
Yeah. People
I'm
ask
not.
me all the time. They say, Keeper, what, like, you always talk about it. What are you gonna do about it? And when people ask me that, like, genuinely, I think that I'm doing what I can at this moment, and it's bringing light to it so that the conversations can be had, because it's out of line, man. It is wildly out of line, right?
And I think
It,
more people think the way we are on both sides, to be honest with you. They're just scared to talk
Scared.
about it.
Scared.
And CB ain't never been scared, bro.
Mm-mm.
I don't care
No.
who I offend. I'm gonna be
No.
respectful, but I'm gonna tell you how I feel about everything.
Yeah.
Of course, there are times to be diplomatic and stuff, but I'm just
Yeah,
saying
for
in
sure.
general, right? In general, day to day, I'm gonna tell you how I feel.
That's life,
It
you
is what
know.
it is.
That is ultimately what life should be. People should be able to take in information into their brain and say, okay, I'm hip with that. I'm not hip with that. I agree. I disagree. I think that's true. I think that's false. But guess what? I can make my own decision on that. I
Have
don't
you
need
joined
someone else
Rumble
to
yet?
tell me. No, and somebody asked. So somebody asked us that, and
I'm going to. I was talking to Rice about it offline.
It's not that we're not, because we talked to Rice about it too. It's not that it's not that we're not going to do it, or it's not that we're trying to try to, you know, fight that. The reason that most people haven't gone to Rumble yet, right, is just because they're still on the views. They're still on the views and subscribers way of getting paid, right? So think about
What do
this,
you
Blood.
mean?
Okay, so I'll give you an example. Let's say we start our platform, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say we have 1,000 people out of our 8K that we have right now. 1,000 people come over, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they pay $5 a month or $1 a month. Let's even just do $1 a month, whatever. $1,000 a month coming in, right? If you look at what we're making right now with 8,000 people, because it's strictly on views, 8 times that amount of people, we are making more money on charging 1,000 people $1 a month. And so I think what's happening is people are recognizing that all of the viewers are on YouTube. That is the way that they're pushing things. Viewer, this, that, and third. Blood, what if you were able to take 10,000 people speak whatever truth you want to speak. They charge $2 a month to each of them. You got 20 grand a month coming in to speak your truth versus going over to a place like, so ultimately, I guess what I'm saying is it's a cash flow issue when it doesn't really need to hurt the pockets of your viewers. People are not going over to places like Rumble because there's not enough viewers to be able to add money, to be able to make it a job, to be able to make it.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
No, I see.
It's hard. So it's hard to get it with YouTube. You know that, like,
I make nothing with YouTube.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I make absolutely
nothing. You could get a huge video. I saw somebody had 3.1 million views on a video, and I think it paid them $35,000. Okay.
Yeah.
Now,
yeah, I ain't ever
getting 3.1.
Yeah,
get 3.1 million views. This is in TikTok,
hey,
right?
I'm about to go up to the liquor store and buy me a Powerball and a Mega Ball. That's what I'll be easier to hit that than get 3 million views.
And that's what I'm getting at, is that it's not there in that model. Whereas you could literally do something really tiny and be able to speak your mind. I hear you,
and that's the economic perversion that they've created here on certain I won't say certain platforms to trap you in that.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean.
And it's a dopamine hit. It's a dopamine hit. And listen, I'd be lying if I said any different. I've got a couple videos that are rocking and rolling right now on TikTok, and I got to tell you, when I wake up in the morning, and this is just a fact, right? I don't even genuinely, I could care. People say some terrible things. People say some. I don't genuinely like care, but I got to tell you, when I open up my phone and it says 99 plus, because that's the most it'll show you.
It's a dope. Right? It's a hit.
It's a hit. It's like, oh, I got something rocking and rolling and it feels good, right? And so that's what they're trying to play on. And the wildest part about it is that the Chinese, I'm just going to use them as an example because it's their China. They are absolutely playing. Listen, the videos of mine that don't get taken down are like divisive. I don't want to call them divisive because I always talk about love and acceptance. And
I remember the one Sleepy Joe one you did.
Listen,
they went ham,
and that did like 4 million views, right? Damn. And so what I'm getting at is that they allow that to go. They actually promote that. Why? Because they want to divide and conquer. The other countries that are not part of the US having an app with such, dude, think about the power that they're able to manipulate by just getting people pissed off and hating each other. That's the world we live in now. You don't agree with me? You're freaking crazy.
It does provoke more participation.
Yes.
It converts more. Absolutely.
Yep. Which is great for ad revenue as well.
Correct. Shout out to my man Voice Crypto. He's on my channel, but he said, meanwhile, scam ETH live streams get thousands of views and not banned.
Yeah, you know why? Ad revenue right there. They know it. They have to know it.
Man, I can't, man. I get so frustrated, Keeper. I don't even know what to do anymore. I've thought about quitting a couple times. And be honest.
We don't want you to do that. Just keep on. Listen, I think that as we grow and evolve and press forward, there's going to be a breaking point at somewhere, right?
Can we talk about this really quickly? Because I feel like there may be a shining light, a silver lining for all of us truthers out there with Twitter. What do you think about Elon acquisition and what Twitter looks like as a private company? Because I feel like there is some hope there.
I do. I think my only concern is, as always, is the actual intention what he's saying that it is. I know that he is he's got I think Asperger's. Okay.
Yes, he does.
Which fine, right? I think he does. Right. So he's socially awkward at best. Okay. You've got somebody that doesn't understand how to socially interact. One of the richest men, if not the richest man on earth, taking over a social media platform, stating essentially that, hey, I want to give free speech to everybody, right? But my thought process is he's a businessman first. Okay. Now, this is just the kind of business side of me. Business side of me says you take the largest social media platform in the world. I actually was going to do a TikTok on this. I might still do it. You take the largest social media platform in the world. You put it side by side with your own satellite provider, right? Where it's my company. I'm the one that's providing the internet via Starlink to run my Twitter. And oh, by the way, if you want Twitter, unfortunately, it's the only way that you can get it. You've got to run on Starlink. And now all of a sudden, it is quite possibly the most advantageous business venture he's ever made. I don't know. Just a thought.
Wow. Hey, look at this. My man Voice Crypto said Facebook keeps showing me twerk vids and Michael Jordan highlights ever since I put a real profile pic, brown skin algorithm. This is very true. The algorithm is very because I'm black, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or brown, whatever you want to call me. I call myself a chocolate face, but because I'm a chocolate face, I don't get any of the people that want to talk about like financial, non-mainstream media, financial news. I don't get those viewers. But guess what? If I start talking about YSL or Lil Uzi Vert or
it's going
6ix9ine did this, they're gonna push
rocking.
It's rocking and rolling. So definitely, that's very true.
That's a whole nother narrative. That's a whole nother narrative that gets pushed hard, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I would love to believe that the idea behind Twitter can be a virtuous one that can give us free speech, where you can genuinely do what Twitter was intended for, just to be like stream of consciousness, which is what I understood it to be. But I think I don't know. I'm scared that we're just in a day where we're getting so close to authoritarianism, bordering on communism, that like, where are we? Where's the line? Like, where is it?
I don't know where it is, bro. I can't find it. Like I said, I tend to think that I'm a very realistic person. I think very clearly for the most part. We all have our biases, but in general, I would say I'm pretty clear-minded. And I just don't see it. I don't see a solution, bro, other than some type of social reset. And I really don't want to go through that. That's ugly. You know, I got kids, bro. I'm not trying to be, you know, out on the line shooting and you know, defending certain ideologies on the field, because I will, just like those Ukraine cats that left their families to go to the field, to go to war. I'll do the damn thing if I have to. I'll die for mine, but I'm just
nobody wants to do that.
I don't want to go that route.
Nobody wants to do that. Speaking of people that are willing to die for theirs, XRP fam, put them up.
There you hold on. I got something for you, man. I gotta give you something real quick. I gotta give you a machine gun.
Oh, it's not doing it?
You should hear it. I don't know, maybe not.
I couldn't hear it. Was it coming? It was coming off on your side. I couldn't hear it.
It should have.
It was probably
a couple machine gun hits.
Let's talk about XRP real quick. We're gonna talk about a little Charles Hosky, a little Hosky boy. Cardano founder says XRP should be regulated as a commodity. Here's why. A recent series of tweets, founder of IOG and Cardano, Charles Hoskinson, decided to clarify his stance on the SEC lawsuit against Ripple Labs, saying that he has been hit hard by some members of the XRP army for his recent comments on Ripple's issues with securities regulator. He doesn't believe that XRP is a security, and his suit against Ripple and the suit against Ripple is absurd, and that XRP should be regulated as a commodity. Listen, I'm not going to read this whole article. Let me read two things real quick. I want to read two definitions. We take this for granted sometimes. A security is a tradable financial asset. The term commonly refers to any form of financial instrument, but its legal definition varies by jurisdiction. Okay. Commodity. In economics, a commodity is an economic good, right? A useful or valuable thing. You could use an example such as water or time, or raw materials or agricultural products as some examples. So, Blood, let me ask you this. Why would Charles Hoskinson say that he thinks XRP is a commodity? He's talking about more than just XRP. He's talking layer ones. As you dive into the article more, he starts talking about layer ones basically as a whole. He thinks they're commodities. Tell me why you think that. You think it's crazy, good, bad, indifferent?
First, doesn't it sound like Charles Hoskinson's is a disease? I have Charles Hoskinson's. There is a disease called Hodgkin's disease.
It's not Hodgkin's lymphoma. It's cancer. It's terrible.
But Charles Hoskinson sounds like a disease as well. But anyway,
oh my God.
I think he's trying to do that so that ADA is looked at as a commodity too. Like it benefits him as well, right? If he joins that movement, Man, again, another scenario where I'm not optimistic about it. I know you're watching and following what the SEC and Gensler and every little sound bit he puts out. I mean, they're just saying that pretty much every crypto is a security, bro.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So,
like we've been buying unregulated securities for years now.
Exactly.
Essentially.
Like, oh my God, man. Like, what the hell, bro? So, is XRP a security, in my opinion, aside from the definition that the SEC wants to place on it? I don't know, bro. I don't know. I'm unsure about that.
We did a debate on this, and my dad used to be a securities attorney, and
Okay.
he broke it down for me. And I'm crypto, I'm a crypto guy, right? But he broke it down for me, and the side that I argued on the debate was that most of these cryptos are securities. It
So
sucks, it's rough, and I
it
don't
is,
want to see
but
it go
they
that
need a new
way.
guide. What they
That's
need
it.
is
Yes.
guidelines. They need new frameworks. That's all it is, because
Yes.
it really doesn't fit under. Yes, they are kind of securities if you
Use the 1941 definition.
Exactly. They kind of are. A lot of them are.
Yeah.
So I don't know, bro.
I think that there's going to be a lot that comes out as a result of that case in particular. I think that my dog was just diagnosed with Charles Hoskinson.
Crypto Billy, you are hilarious, man.
Shout out to Crypto Billy. And so I think as we get some of that clarity, I think it's going to help a lot of us, and it's going to hurt a lot of us. Let me ask you this. So what happens if that indeed is the case? So let's say you and I have been buying unregulated securities for years now. We got bags of them, right?
Right.
I know that they're not trying to come after us. They're trying to come after the platforms that have basically sold these unregulated securities to us. But what happens to all of them that we hold? Do you know? Because I don't know.
They're gonna crash. It's gonna be a huge crash, and the thing is, it might end up showing favor to Bitcoin. A lot of capital might fly or flee from the altcoin industry into Bitcoin. And Bitcoin goes through the roof.
Yeah, because I mean they have all but declared. I mean it's not.
Bitcoin is not a security.
It's not
straight up and down. It isn't.
I mean, when they started suggesting
it's too old and antiquated from a technology standpoint. Bitcoin is not even Turing complete. So from a computer programming standpoint, it's not Turing complete. You can't run actual like logic on the Bitcoin blockchain. It's really just it's a commodity. It's a digital gold, in my opinion. There's no way you can call that a security.
That's a good thought. Capital flowing into Bitcoin, and we talk about it all the time. That's part of the reason why we talk about having a well-rounded portfolio, because we are at its core, whether you believe that you have blue chip assets or not, you are gambling, right? Any investment is a gamble. You're
a hella gambling in crypto. I don't care how you want to twist it and paint it and stuff. All you degens out there watching right now, hit the thumbs up, because you know I'm right. You're a degen. Okay, you want to make money. You don't care anything about the ethos behind crypto and all that. Everybody's just trying to get their money, man. It's the wild, wild west of crypto right now.
It is, and I think that there's going to be a lot of people that are going to, and already have done really well with that. And I think that if we continue at least between now and 2030, I think there's going to be a lot more people that are going to do, really well. The conspiratorial side of me always does wonder, though.
If the
setup is a little too perfect.
Yeah. They're trying to stop that. So if you ever notice, the regulators come in when the small guy starts making money. So, I think their agenda is to kind of jump in front of that trajectory to 2030, as you stated, and slow things down, regulate things, bog down, add more costs, and just slow everything down. And they are in the position to do that, Keeper. They really are.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Unfortunately, they're in a position not only to do that, but they're in a position to cank this stream right now. They're in a position to shut down all of, all of our socials. I mean, the
Yes.
reality is it's say the word, the right people in the right places say the right things, and stuff's happening. And that's the world that we live in right now. It's kind of a pay to play. And by the way, you better be on the right side of the narrative that we have for you. I
Right.
think that, the Klaus Schwab, model and what he's ultimately pushing for it's a scary, scary thing. And people need to just open their eyes and be aware of it, if nothing else, so that you can set you and your family up, which is part of the reason why you need to be checking out Danger Close Alpha. If you are not in our Discord, jump in the Discord. We've got lots going on with the faction wars over there. The commodities drop is coming out soon. Bourbon, beans, bullets. Our boy from DC Comics, our artist Kanan, shout out to Kanan, has done some really dope artwork on the bullets, beans, and bourbon, and we've got some fun stuff that's going on with that. And then, as always, we're going to continue to learn as part of the prepper community. Real quick, Blood, let's finish it fun. Let's finish it. We've had some serious talks tonight. Let's finish this with a fun one, okay? And I have not thought about this yet. Let's do a draft. You got 4 games. This is your draft, okay? Video games, okay? So for any of you that don't know how this works, okay, here's how this works. We're going to do a draft. We're going to play rock, paper, scissors real quick to see who gets to go first, and then we're going to do it like a football draft, except for this draft is going to be on video games. And I'm going to open it up to video games in general. I'm going to give you the whole gamut. Any video game you want, top 4 video games. Let's go. We're going to go rock, paper, scissors, shoot. You ready?
Yeah, let's go.
All right, you ready? Rock, paper. Miguel did me like this too.
What
Miguel
do you mean? Man, you over there, bruh. You're doing rock, paper, scissors like you Elon Musk.
Okay, we're gonna go. We're gonna go.
Boom, be a normal
boom,
person.
boom, boom. Ready?
All
Here we
right,
go.
come on.
Ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
I can't see your face. I can't even see. This guy is cheating.
You ready?
Ladies
You ready?
and gentlemen,
Right. You ready?
His new name is Crypto Cheater. Let's go.
You ready?
That's funny on many levels.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. I hate you. All right, blood win.
Oh my God. Okay, let's do it again, bro.
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah,
You got it. You got it. Go.
I got it.
Yeah, you got it. So, all right, video games. Any video game you want.
GTA. Grand Theft Auto.
What? GTA. Oh,
yeah.
God, I'd have given you that.
Okay, maybe I'm not understanding what I'm supposed to be doing here.
No. Hey, that's your game, bro. That's your number one. That's your best game ever. GTA.
Yeah, I would say GTA is out of control, bro.
I'd have given you that in the 4th round. You had a lot of value. That was you got a lot more value picks out of me. I'm gonna go. Man, this is tough. I'm gonna go old school on this one, and this one hits really, really home for me.
Okay.
And not old school, but pretty old school, decently old school. James Bond GoldenEye on Nintendo 64.
I think you got me on that one, bro.
That's a great
I totally forgot. I used to stay up till 4 o'clock in the morning playing that game.
We used to go ham on that game. And,
all day, all
you
night.
You used to like look at your buddies, like you knew,
of course.
Like and everybody, you can't look at my screen, bro.
There was no play over the internet then. It was you had to come over your friend's house, or your friend had to come over your house.
Yeah.
And GoldenEye. Absolutely. I give you that one.
All right. So second round, what you got?
Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six, the original one.
That's a good game. Okay. Man. Contra.
Didn't play that one.
Oh, you didn't play Contra?
No.
Okay, that's that. For those of you that are too young to know, Contra, Contra is from the original Nintendo. I'm showing some age there, right? But that was a great game. We had fun with up, down, left, right, A, B, start. I think was the actual cheat code for that game. I don't.
Man. All right, I got another one, bro.
All right, what you got? Third round.
Speed.
Third round. Need for Speed.
The original one, though.
The original one. Yeah.
PS1 or 2?
I think that was PS1.
Did it come out 2?
I think
1.
That might have been 2. That might have been 2. You like the racing games. Okay.
Anyway, that was revolutionary. Love cars.
I lost you for a second there. You back? You good?
Yeah, I think I'm
There we
here.
go. All right.
Yeah,
My
need for
third
speed for me.
my third round pick is gonna be Zelda. Zelda. I think I'm gonna go with the Ocarina of Time because that was again Nintendo 64. That one, my dad would come home from work at like 5 o'clock, right? And we would like race to like get downstairs, and you know, we wouldn't do the magazine thing. That one you had to figure out all the little hard, like there was hard stuff.
Correct.
You had to put on like the weighted boots and go down and then light an arrow and shoot it into the eye.
Yeah.
Like that was a freaking fun. That was a hard game. You really had to think on that one. I like that one.
Yeah,
Right.
I didn't play too much Zelda, but for me, my last pick will have to be Twisted Metal.
Oh, dude, I love that game.
Twisted
That was fun.
Metal.
That was fun. You like the car games. That was a fun.
That was a
game.
good. Remember Minion?
Dude, that was a fun
or
game.
Minion or
that
something.
Was definitely
whatever.
a fun game.
That Twisted Metal, baby. That was
a fun game. And I got to go new school, I think, with my fourth one, because as much as I hate a lot of things about it, Call of Duty. I mean, it's fun. People love it. People, whatever. That's a new one for me.
yeah. Call of Duty. I'm more of a what's the other one, man?
What, Fortnite?
No. Not
Uncharted.
Unknown. What is it called, bro?
Uncharted. That's a good game too. What?
It was the first first person shooter that had the circle close in type of concept. It was called Unknown, or someone help us out in the chat room. Unknown. I can't remember,
bro. We didn't even pull Madden. Listen, this is tough, right,
PUBG,
guys? PUBG. Yeah, it's hard when you do these because you've only got a few. You only got a few choices, and I think
Tony Hawk. We forgot Tony Hawk,
Hawk's Pro Skater.
We forgot Tony Hawk.
I was a savage on that.
We forgot Tony Hawk.
Savage on that game. NBA Jam, bro. How did I miss NBA Jam?
NBA Jam. We got some good ones in the chat room.
Those are good for sure, chat. I want to just say last thing, in Columbus, and I think they've got them starting to kind of be around. They have these arcades where they're free, and they're all the old school arcades, right? And literally they're free. You play as long as you want. It's arcades everywhere. You just have to be drinking. You don't have to be drinking alcohol. You can be drinking whatever, but just like you have to buy a drink from there. There's so much freaking fun, dude. You just go in there. They've got all the old stuff that we were just talking about. Right. Oh man, it's a blast. It's super fun.
Yeah, I haven't played games in years, bro, but I'm gonna get back into it with GTA 6 when that comes out. I am on there. You will see Crypto Blood on GTA 6 streets.
I haven't been playing either. I was playing Call of Duty for a little while earlier last year, I think a little bit, and then just kind of fell off. But Crypto Fam, we love you guys. We appreciate you for being here. The stream went a little longer than normal, so thank y'all for hanging out. Make sure you're following Crypto Blood. I've got his Twitter and his YouTube down below the video. Jump into the Discord if you're not already in there. Get in where you fit in. We'd love to have you as part of the faction war. Get you some NFTs. Learn a little something in the prepper space. We love you guys. Just remember, question everything. Trust nothing. And until next time, hodl like it's out. We will see you soon.